In January 1933, Adolf Hitler was appointed Chancellor of Germany. 6 years later, the most organized extermination machine in human history was fully operational. 6 million Jews. Murdered, catalogued, systematic. But here's the question nobody asks loudly enough. Who made it possible? Not just Hitler, not just the SS. Follow the trail carefully, because at the end of it, you will find names that still appear in history books as heroes. Before the gas chambers, there was a failed painter. Hitler applied to the Vienna Academy of Fine Arts in 1907. Rejected. Applied again in 1908. Rejected again. That rejection did not create the Holocaust, but it cracked open a door. And in Vienna, that door led straight into the deepest anti-Semitic sewer in Europe. Mayor Karl Lueger ran the city on open Jew hatred as political strategy. He had Jewish friends in private. In public, he blamed Jews for everything. It worked. He was elected twice. Hitler took notes. He learned that hatred, properly packaged, moves crowds. He stored that lesson for 2 decades. Then he used it. World War I ended in 1918. Germany signed the armistice. Hitler was a corporal at the front when the news arrived. He wept. A country that had held its ground was told it had lost. The Treaty of Versailles imposed impossible reparations. The German mark collapsed. Families burned currency to stay warm. Into that vacuum, a story spread. Germany had not been defeated on the battlefield. It had been stabbed in the back. By Jews, by communists, by traitors inside the country. No evidence. Ever. But it spread faster than truth. It always does. In 1923, Hitler attempted a coup. Failed. Went to prison. He wrote Mein Kampf. Then he was released. And somehow, a man with no money, no political structure, and a criminal record became chancellor of the largest economy in continental Europe within a decade. How? By 1932, the Nazi Party had gone from a fringe movement to the dominant political force in Germany. That does not happen without money. Fritz Thyssen, Germany's largest steel magnate, openly funded the Nazis. His reasoning was simple. Hitler would crush the communists and protect his assets. Thyssen later fled Germany and wrote a book titled I Paid Hitler. He regretted it, but the money had already been spent. Foreign capital also flowed in. American firms maintained operations in Nazi Germany well into the war. The Hollerith punch card machines used to catalog Jews in the 1933 Reich census were manufactured by a German subsidiary of IBM. IBM has never fully accounted for this. Beginning in 1942, 6 camps were built in occupied Poland. One purpose: industrial death, Auschwitz, Treblinka, Sobibor, Belzec, Chelmno, Majdanek. This was not improvised. It required engineers, architects, logistics coordinators, bureaucrats who signed forms, corporations that delivered supplies. Zyklon B, the gas used in the chambers, was produced by a company called Degesch, a subsidiary of IG Farben, one of Germany's largest chemical conglomerates. After the war, IG Farben was dissolved. Its successor companies became BASF, Bayer, and Hoechst. You know those names. None of them faced consequences proportional to what they supplied. When the Allied forces liberated the camps in 1945, what they found broke the men who found it. Then something strange happened. Operation Paperclip. The United States government quietly recruited over 1,600 Nazi scientists, engineers, and intelligence officers. Werner von Braun, the man who designed the V-2 rockets that killed thousands in London, became the architect of the NASA program that sent Americans to the moon. Some of the men who ran the concentration camp infrastructure were never tried. They disappeared into new identities: South America, the United States, Spain. Vatican-assisted escape routes known as the rat lines moved them across borders. The Nuremberg trials prosecuted a fraction of those responsible. The rest were quietly absorbed into the post-war world. Never again. 2 words, carved into memorials, printed in textbooks, repeated in speeches. But here is the question that does not go away. If the people who financed Hitler face no real consequences, if the corporations that supplied the camps continue to operate and prosper, if the scientists who built weapons of mass murder were handed new contracts by the winning side, what exactly did never again mean? The Holocaust was not the act of one madman. It was a system. And systems do not build themselves. Someone paid for it. Someone looked away. Someone made sure certain names never appeared in the final verdict. That story is still not fully told.